Shalom, shalom. Call halal yamla. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, and Kakudash. The honors to the elders and apostles and great millstone to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. Brother Tazam, coming to shoot for prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, this is going to be a quick impromptu going in on the MOTB. I wanted to do a live, but my channel got striked, so we're just going to do it. I got to show face, you know. The scripture said the people should see their teachers. Roughly paraphrasing, they can see their faces. So, hey, we're just going to touch on the MOTB. Roughly paraphrase a few scriptures about the MOTB. We're going to close it out. We'll keep it short and simple, you know, because I ain't got my scriptures on me. But yeah, we in that time now today where they're talking about MOTB more than ever, man. You know, you got the stocks crashing now. All right, you got all these other countries at wars talking about wars. Okay, you got these countries over there in the east preparing to go against America, vowing revenge against America. Okay, and against Israel. Okay, which America is Israel's defense. All right, you attacking Israel or Ukraine or whatever. You wonder why America's sitting all this money over there and all this funding over there. It's because they got to. You know, America is like Israel, one of Israel's banks, reaching into its pockets, man. Okay, so you're thinking about America being in debt with all these countries. Really, it's Israel, man. Okay, it's the beast. It's all a part of the beast system. Okay, these devils take, and they give it not back, man. But Revelation 12 and 12 tells you what this devil will come down having great wrath because he knows that he had but a short time. So now we understanding that, oh shit, war is amongst us. War is a very high possibility. A minute ago, a few years ago, war wasn't that much of a possibility. Nobody thought about, okay, we're gonna be going to World War III in the next few years. People said, hey, that's not gonna happen for another 100 million years, another 10,000 years. No, that's in front of you. Why do you think the prophets are out? You think the prophets are out here to be out here for another 10,000 years? No, man. No. Okay, the time is now. The time is it's time now where the Lord is about to act. Okay, the scriptures say in Ezra, then shalt thou know that the Lord is beginning to visit the earth wherein he made, man. The world which he made. Okay, so now we see the Lord visiting the world which he made by accomplishing all the prophecies that the scripture spoke of, showing us the signs that the Lord YAHWASHI warned us of. Because the disciples pulled him apart and said privately, Lord, what shall be the sign of thy coming? You know, and the signs of the end, the signs of the end of the world. Okay, and he pulled them aside and said, what? He said, this is how you're going to know that you're in the end. These are the signs that you're going to know that I'm coming. People start saying that they're the MANASHAH. People start saying that they're the true prophets, that they're the anointed. Okay, you start hearing of earthquakes, you start hearing of wars, rumors of wars, riots, uproars of the people. Okay, you start hearing of pestilences in random places. Okay, this is how you know that we in the end, man. Okay, and another thing is what? When this economy collapses, but you're seeing it collapse now. What happens when the economy collapses? Shit hits the fan. And that's how everything starts off, is when the American dollar loses its value. Guess what? People are going to flip because everything in the stores is going to skyrocket. They're going to go stupid high. It's going to be called hyperinflation. Okay? And that's when people are going to, they're going to throw away the money in the streets. Like you see in Venezuela, they were throwing their money in the streets because it had no use anymore. They can't do anything with it. All they can do is wipe their ass with it. You know, and that probably wasn't comfortable. Okay, so they threw it in the street. People threw their money to the side, man. You know, the scripture talks about that. You know, scriptures say what? Your money, your riches ain't gonna deliver you in the day of adversity, in the day of judgment, man. Okay, so you ain't gonna be able to buy your way out of destruction, to buy your way out of judgment. You ain't gonna be able to bribe or you ain't gonna be able to bribe the Lord, man. It don't work that way. We're coming to a time where intense and mass death and destruction is going to take place in the world. Okay, and you're either on the Lord's side or you're on the opposing side of the Lord, and you don't want to be on that opposing side, man. You know, you're going to be surely devoured. Okay, but that Revelation 12 and 12 tells you what? That he coming down having great wrath because he knows his time is short. All right, so we're seeing the prophecies unfold, man. Once that American dollar collapse, you're gonna get something called hyperinflation. People ain't gonna buy stuff no more. They're gonna take it. And when people start taking stuff and there's no more to take, what do they start to do? They start to take it from each other. They start to raid each other's houses. You can see your neighbors knocking on your door with a gun behind their back. Hey, are you home? Anybody home? You know, you've seen videos like that. I actually just seen a video the other night. A guy came up, but technology's increasing now, man. So these people got Ring cameras and shit and hidden cameras in their doors and in their porch lights and the doorbells. Where this guy came up, he had a gun right here like this, just holding it like this. And you see him moving around, trying to make it for a comfortable spot so he can quick draw, you know. But he rang the doorbell, and you literally know it was recording him. It was a Ring camera, you know. It was recording him the whole time, and he's like itching to kill somebody, bro. So this is the times we're coming, and these people are going to be itching to kill. Scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many gonna wax cold, man. So these people don't care about your kids. They don't care about your kids in the house. They don't care if you got an elderly person or a sick person in the house. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care about none of that shit. If they're doing that now, they're doing all these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? When there is no food, when there is no resources, okay, when there is no lights and no water that's running, man. But these people are gonna get crazy. You're gonna see real life monsters. You thought you see monsters on TV and in movies and in anime and shit. You're gonna see them right before you, standing right before you. And you don't know how people get. Even Joker said it in that Dark Knight movie. You said, you think, you know, you think I'm crazy. I'm just ahead of the curve. When these people, you know, when these people lose it, guess what? They're gonna start to eat. They're gonna start to eat themselves. They're gonna eat each other, man. Okay, these people are gonna have each other's back, like you think they do, like the illusion on TV tells you. These people standing up for what's right. These people don't stand up for what's right. They're standing up for what's right now. That's what they're standing up for. They're standing up for what's right now. Their family, food, water, clothes. All those things are now. All those things are what they need now. So that's what they're gonna stand up for in that day, and they're gonna seek to kill to do it, man. You know, but the scripture ain't lying, man. The scriptures do not lie. Okay, these are all prophecies that's going to come to pass, and it's already being fulfilled before us. So you think the prophets are on the scene for no reason? You think wrong, man. Think again. All right, you got young men out here, barely got beards on their faces, prophesying to the wind. You think they're just doing it for no reason? No, these men are possessed. Okay, these men may look crazy, but it's because they're possessed, not by demons, but by the Rakakodash. The Lord has put the Spirit on His men to speak, and they can't hold it back. You know, they can't hold it back, man. Okay, so this MOTV is coming. You just had that recent stock market crash, the biggest in history. Okay, and the reason that happened is because people are fearing a recession because of the talks of war, and the greater these talks get, the more intense these arguments of war get, the more the people are going to start to react. It's going to force. These people are taking measures against the recession, but their measures that they're taking is going to force the recession. Okay, so all things are happening for prophecy's sake. You know, you may think that you can outsmart the Lord or outdo the Lord or outplay the Lord, but you're really playing into the Lord's hands. Okay, the Lord is the ultimate chess player. He moves the pieces whithersoever He will. Okay, yeah. There's certain, when you play chess or checkers or whatever, there are certain movements that you can't take, but the Lord can take all movements. Okay, do you understand? He's controlling both sides of the board, and He makes the rules of the board. He makes the rules of the game, so He can always Salakia, He can always move those pieces around whithersoever He will, man. You can only move right, left, okay, back right, back left, whatever. The Lord's moving all over the board. The Lord moves from one side of the board to the other side in an instant. A scripture in Daniel say, by this shall you know that the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men. You know, He setteth up and He put it down, and He set up over it the basest of men. Who? Esau. Esau is the basest of men. He's a base man. Okay? So we're in these times now where we're dealing with Esau's last rulership, and it's falling. Which you had book of Micah, the devil said, yeah, He gonna rebuild, man. Okay? The Lord gonna throw down. You know? I believe it was Malachi, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but either Malachi or Micah, the devil was saying He's gonna rebuild, but the Lord's gonna continue to throw down. He's gonna cast them down. You know? We're gonna return and rebuild the desolate places. This devil rebuilding the desolate places. And he's gotten to a good point. America's a great country now, man. You know? The Lord said He cut off from him son and nephew, that they may not fill the face of the world with cities. Who is He talking about? He's talking about Esau, Edom, man. This place is Greenland before He got here. This place was all natural, had animals roaming about freely. Okay. Now you got roadkill because this devil filled the face of this world with cities, man. Okay, you building all inside these animals' homes. What the fuck is that about? This devil is a cancer of the earth, man. That's why the Lord created the waster to destroy, because he has to root America up out of the earth through this waster. And he created it may seem ironic, but he created the waster to destroy through these Edomites, man. So these Edomites are going to be their own death and destruction, believe it or not. Okay, but now they've created something called a RFID C-hip, micro C-hip, to put inside of your hand or on your forehead. Okay, now don't mistake this, or whether it go inside your ass cheek or the between your big toe and your middle toe. Hey, either way you slice it, as long as you get that thing inserted inside of your body, you have taken the MOTB, man. There's no way around it. You can't outsmart the Lord. You can't finesse the MOTB. You can't finesse this system. Okay, the scriptures spoke. You get this thing in your flesh, okay, it's over for you. Which is either going to be put in your dominant hand, which the right hand goes in in the scriptures in Revelation. Revelation 13 goes into dextrose, which means dominant hand. So it could be your left hand. You may be dominant with your left hand. They're going to ask you which hand you use the most. If it's your left hand, it's going to go in your left hand. And don't go around saying, now the scripture says right hand, but it's my left, so I'm good. No, that's not going to help you. That's not going to save you. You still took the MOTB. You still sold out. You still got to be destroyed. Okay? A right hand. Most people are right-handed. Scripture say right hand because most people dominant hand is their right hand. There's actually less people who has a dominant left hand. You know? Or in your forehead, which you got the Neuralink, which is Elon Musk's brain C-hip. Okay? You know, and even Elon Musk said it on Twitter. He commented on Twitter. He made a post. What did he say? He said, America's economy is coming to an end. It's over. It's collapsing along those lines, man. And it's kind of like crazy coming from him because he created the C-hip, man. The brain C-hip. Okay, he's got patients on trial, which the FDA approved for human trials. All right. They're going to approve eventually they're going to approve for human mandations. Okay. Human mandations. It's going to be mandatory for you to get that C-hip. All right. What Klaus Schwab say? He say you will not be a part of the new society. You will be an outcast of the new world society if you do not agree with the CBDC, central bank digital currency. Okay, which means technological payments. And how they gonna do that? Do that C-hip, man. You're gonna be a product of Babylon. You get that shit inside your flesh, man. All right. So scripture said, and he calls us all, Revelation 13, you know, and 16, he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so that means he's causing everybody. Scripture say, woe to Revelation 12 and 12, woe unto you as dwell on the earth and the sea. Destruction be unto everybody that's dwelling in this world and even in the sea. You got people living on naval ships, man. You got people living in submarines in the sea. Everybody's gonna have to get the C-hip. Nobody's safe, man. Okay, but the men of the Lord. You come to serve the Lord, guess what? Prepare your soul for temptation. They're gonna put you in prison 10 days, man. And that's just a time period. It's not a literal 10 days. The scriptures say what? Be thou faithful unto death. These prisons may very well be FEMA camps. They may put you in the FEMA camps and try to tempt you to get the MOTB, try to tempt you to deny your power. Okay, you're gonna have many men fold. Many men that say they're prophets, that say they're men of the Lord, but they're gonna fold when they see that long line, and they sitting at the end of the long line watching everybody get beheaded one by one, and they're like, damn, man, it's gonna be me in a minute. I gotta do something, man. Maybe I can come to a deal with them, an agreement. There's no agreements. You come to an agreement with Esau, Edom, you sold out. You sold out. You are one of those that told them to crucify YAHAWASHI instead of Barbers. You know? Barnabas, like you. So you're one of those that said, crucify him and let his blood be upon our hands and our children's hands. Okay? So you were against the Lord from the beginning. If you're against the Lord, if you're going to be against the Lord now, then you were against the Lord from the beginning. If you have a problem with the order and the truth now, you had a problem with the order and the truth from the beginning. That's just how it is, man. That's how the Lord created. That's how everything is balanced out through the Lord, YAHAWASHI. He's not the author of confusion. Okay, that's why he said a spirit of a prophet is subject to a prophet. Because if you receive mercy aforetime in your previous lives, you're going to receive it in all your lives until the Lord comes and saves you, man. But if you was a nigga in your previous lives, you're going to be a nigga in all your lives. All the way up into that punishment. into that divine punishment, that wrath of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, that thermonuclear fire, man. Okay, the Lord reserves spirits for judgment. Okay, and He is long suffering. So to you, judgment may come in 2,000 years, 3,000 years, and 40 different lifetimes, after 40 lifetimes. But to the Lord, it's coming to you after a few days. Okay, it's only been a few days, man. You know, so that's all I really want to touch on, man. You know, there ain't much I can really go into without the scriptures on deck with me, man. So, hey, I truly hope this little quick impromptu was edifying to you, Akiman Akwaf, to listen to the sincerity. So next time, Yahshua, I'm gonna face the east. Give all glory, honor, praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakodash. Don't get that MOTB, man. If you know what's best for you, avoid it, but keep your eyes peeled. Lord called us to be watchmen. That means we have to be watching, okay, constantly. We have to be looking left, right, left. Just like they tell you to do when you're about to make a turn in traffic. Left, right, left. That's how you gotta be looking for these prophecies, man. Okay, you gotta be looking on these social media apps. You gotta be looking on these news apps. You gotta stay in tune, and you gotta take the meat from the bone, because a lot of the news be fake, man. A lot of the news is just propaganda. You know, a lot of it is just rumors. Okay, but you gotta really observe the kind of time you're in. If you really want to know what kind of time you're in, you want to tell by something physical. Go inside your grocery stores, look at the prices. Go to the gas station, look at the prices. When things start to get more expensive, that's when you know this shit's done. This shit's done, man. Look at the hospitals. Look how many people are filling that up. You know, this shit is done. But hey, man, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akiman Akwaf. Until next time, I say shalom.